everyone, welcome to the stream. It's more Forsaken Maiden. Enemy appears. But under new high speed mode.
Fight him off.
Hopefully, it should go by a lot faster. I'd probably the Thunderbolt, if I had to guess. So I might need to double check if high speed mode's on. I put it on before I got a quick test. Alright, we'll check after this. Or maybe big money. Woohoo. Alright, yeah, it's definitely going faster in this. So I'm gonna make sure that's on. Press the wrong button again. Circle is confirmed, X is to back out. Do not forget this. Okay, the options are there. Why do you have to press the touchpad menu for that? It's a little strange. Anyway, game speed is the big money. It's on normal. It is high speed. For certain. There we go. Oh yeah, we can swim.
From the window, you can see the few rays of sunlight that reach the sea floor, undulating in the current. Despite being submerged, the temple is filled with air. You can't help but wonder if this is the power of the spirit at work. In her ever-cheerful way, Fila explains that this is where Azure Maidens undertake the ocean trials. "Let's get going," she exclaims. Hyde watches as she leads the way, concern apparent in his eyes.
To the altar. Keep. Oh, this is faster. Like, enemy appears. Crab not weak though. A Thunderbolt.
Excellent.
Alright, we're cooking. Door.
The door is sealed tight. The image of a crystal is carved into it. On further inspection, you see words inscribed as well, but they're faint. You can make out the words, "Touch the Stela." This must be the trial, Fila murmurs. You decide to look for clues to help her open the door.
Alright, well, there's a stela. Let's touch it.
A fish is carved into the stela. Maybe I have to do it because it's my trial, Fila says, reaching out toward the stela.
Yeah, go for it.
Fila gently touches the stela, and it releases a faint light. But the area remains silent. There is no indication that the door has opened. Let me try again, Fila says, touching the stela once more. This time, the light dissipates. She then panics and replaces her hand on the stela, causing the light to return. It appears the stela can be illuminated and darkened by the Azure Maiden's hand.
Alright, let's just touch all of them.
A temple is carved into the stela. The light dissipates, along with the light of the other stela.
Okay.
It
Has to be in a
appears you've
certain
made a
order.
mistake.
Well, I should confirm how many stelas there are. Really feels like they tuned up the encounter rate though. Not a big fan. Have.
Magnificent. Good work.
It has some awful what, sound effects? Yeah, maybe. Alright, that's all the stelas, I'm pretty sure.
Fight him off.
Come on, big bunny. Woohoo, sea slug story. Must uncover everything.
Show him what you got. A crystal is carved into the stela.
Please. Why you gotta do this to me?
Fight him off. the image of a crystal, and the words, "Touch the stela," are carved into the door. You decide that this isn't the stela you're looking for, and try to find another.
They sure did
Don't hold
increase the
back.
encounter rate from the last game.
Magnificent.
Ow. Just gonna stab him. Sea worm. Oh, fish.
Fight him off.
What if I don't want to fight him off? What if I just want to go? Nice. Alright, never mind then. I was wrong for even trying to run him.
Magnificent. You hear a noise in the distance. It's the sound of the crystal door being unlocked.
We did it. Woohoo.
Past the crystal door
I'll
is
fight my urge to
yet
uncover all
another
the map.
door.
I don't care.
On this one is a carving of a temple.
Okay, never mind. We're not done here yet. Yeah, it was fish. The other one was temple. And I went over. Damn it. Alright, this time we're running away. You might escape. I like those odds. Yeah. Achievement.
Touching the stela seems to elicit no reaction at all.
More gold. Alright, well now I have to fight. Oh, that noise was awful. Oh. Treasure discovered. Like the middle one.
You hear a noise in the distance.
Alright, is the
It's the
next
sound
one
of the temple
fish?
door being unlocked.
Okay, no more doors.
And oh hey, don't worry. Their coffin card being down doesn't mean that character is
I
actually
wasn't paying
dead.
attention to our health. So sad. Alright, item. First time I had to revive someone. Record menu for a second. All better, mostly. Do a save.
There's nothing carved into the door, nor is there a keyhole. It appears to be sealed by a mysterious power. Upon scanning the area, you see another door. Perhaps it's worth looking into.
The narrator for this game reminds me of like the Nintendo Direct announcer. Here are new indie titles coming this year.
Don't hold back. Fortune favors the bold.
Oh, how could you? On big money.
There's a map carved into the door. Realizing that there is no keyhole, you figure it must be sealed by a mysterious power. You recognize the pattern from your own map. This is the South Aisle, you say. From behind you, you hear a door open. Sounds like we're being invited in, Fila remarks. You all exchange looks before heading toward the noise. Fila gently touches the stela, and it releases a faint light, but you don't hear a door open. There must be some other stela you need to illuminate.
I love puzzles. Alright, right side up coming up. Yes.
When you do, you hear a distant sound. There's no doubt the door with the map carving has opened.
Very good. Let's touch
The
this.
stela is shaped like the Azure Spirit, guardian of the Isle. You can see the following words carved into it.
Okay.
Good work. Excellent.
We're going on again, dude.
The stela is shaped like the Azure Spirit, guardian of the Isle. You can see the following words carved into it. A boat is carved in the center of the
On
isle.
the sun, moon, or a town.
Fortune favored. Congrats.
I didn't know they could run away.
A star is carved in the center of the aisle. A sun is carved on the east side of the aisle. You wait a moment, but nothing seems to change. There must be other stela. A moon is carved on the west side of the aisle. You illuminate 2 stela, but the path remains closed. There must be other stela you need to illuminate. And fight.
One. No, I lost.
Magnificent.
Ah, that was a lot of damage. Oh, there's the other one.
A lighthouse is carved in the center of the aisle. Fila gently touches the stela, and it releases a faint light. You can hear something crumbling. Then suddenly, seawater begins rushing into the room. As if the water isn't bad enough, a gigantic and terrifying snake-like figure comes with it. The water threatens to knock you off balance, but you steady yourselves and prepare for battle.
Four of them.
And fight.
One big money. Yeah. Oh, maybe.
Ouch.
Simply win. I will never lose.
Once the battle ends, the rushing waters calm. The trial in this room seems to be over. You might be able to find the path onward now. The wall itself opens up like a door, revealing a room behind it. You wonder if this is where the water and monster from earlier were hiding.
Monsters. Plural. Should run out of healing items.
The stela is shaped like the Azure Spirit, guardian of the Isle. The stela is shaped like the Azure Spirit, guardian of the Isle. This door has been passed through for the ocean trials many a time. There are no words carved into it. You hear a mysterious voice echoing in your head. And then the door opens, as if inviting the Maiden in. You stand before the altar, where the ritual will take place. Grateful for helping her pass the ocean trials, Fila speaks to you and your allies one by one. We always had the best conversations, she tells Laddie with a smile. Laddie returns the gesture. Thank you for showing me a strange new world, she says to Lack, who blushes ever so slightly. Finally, the Azure Maiden turns toward you with an earnest look in her eyes. Protect Laddie, she tells you. Seeing that you mean it, Fila gives a relieved smile. Before the ritual, the two hold each other without a word, sharing in their mutual warmth. The scene before you almost breaks your heart. It's as if the two are saying their final farewells. Fila climbs atop the altar, and the maiden's relic begins to shine, as if responding to the altar. Amidst the dazzling light, the Azure Maiden turns to you and speaks. With those words, Fila transforms into light and journeys to where the spirit dwells. Her ceaseless smile remains on her face until the very last moment. The tears on her cheeks, however, tell a different story. The Azure Maiden's relic clatters to the altar. The ritual is over. Silence fills the room. Fila, the Azure Maiden, is gone. The sacrificial maiden's ritual, conducted to protect the island, has claimed her. You shift your gaze toward Laddie and wonder if she embarked on this journey knowing this harsh truth. A voice breaks the silence. The Azure attendant's spiteful laughter reverberates throughout the room. Neither you nor Laddie can hide how shaken the man's sudden transformation has you. You had expected sadness, not this. Your voice quivers as you ask. Hyde doesn't hesitate to answer your fearful question. Hyde tells you that the village forced him to be the maiden's attendant, regardless of his wishes. Attendants must follow the village customs and continue to serve the spirit summoned by the maiden during the ritual for their entire lives. Becoming an attendant forced him to give up on his childhood dream of becoming an accessory craftsman. Because of that, he abhorred the Azure Maiden from the bottom of his heart. Even so, he continued to play the role of the smiling lover that Fila desired. Hyde raises his fist overhead to smash his couple's charm, indelibly stained with his deep-seated feelings of hatred, but he cannot bring himself to throw it down. The words of the sprightly young Azure Maiden echo in his mind. Though he should have hated her, he had been bewitched by her magical smile. The cries of the Azure attendant, filled with both hatred and sorrow, reverberate through the halls of the seabed temple forever and ever. Hyde says, "Leave me be." Your group leaves him and re-emerges from the depths of the sea. Laddie grips Phila's Maiden's relic in hand. The Azure attendant entrusted it to you to help you on your journey. When you parted ways, Hyde informed you that there was rumored to be... When you parted ways, Hyde informed you that there was rumored to be a hot-blooded maiden in Hero's dominion on an isle in the Western Ocean. You call out to Laddie, who is gazing forlornly at the Maiden's relic, and your group returns to your journey.
Thunderstrike. Black is eligible for battle once again. I'll give those a look. When you venture all around her, find themselves given the easy smiles. Each ritual was her final farewell. Her unyielding smile was not merely a sign that she was enjoying herself, but also a mark of her ironclad determination. Attendant to the Azure Maiden, her lover, calm and given perfectionism, his deoy demeanor is rarely interrupted by a smile. Practices divination magic each day in secret in order to carry out perfectly the amusements sought after by the Azure Maiden. Should also say actually. Money for that. Wait, Laddie can equip that her thing, right? I know it's permanent. Okay. Never mind, I guess. What equipment does Lack even use? Nothing. That's what he... That's that for it. About the accessories. It's a little pricey for it. I think just a ring of protection would be fine enough. One for me too, thanks. Probably would have made that battle earlier easier.
How may I help you? The proprietor inquires.
Bodies for the road.
Will that be all? The proprietor asks. Here to stay the night? The innkeeper asks the moment you set foot in the inn.
At least the inns are free.
The entrance to the shrine is resplendent with seashells. The maiden must make a hobby of collecting them.
Have we got anything new to say?
She gazes intently into the crystal ball. The next maiden will be, she says haltingly, choking back tears. The village gets so quiet without the maiden here, he says sadly. I too ought to live my life the way I want, she whispers to herself. The man gazes out at the sea, his fishing seemingly forgotten. When will the maiden come back to our village? The young boy asks himself, diligently folding paper into a gift for her. This is the game parlor. Come play cards, the boy at reception calls.
Alright, let's game. Two. That'd be one point. Oh yeah, 3. We're gonna just do 5s. That works. Alright, go ahead and make your set of aces. instead of 8s. It's crazy. I don't want this though. Okay. No. Yes. I don't know if you can get a 6s. Or you can make the 3s, I guess. I don't know. Whatever floats his boat. That's the game. Coming number 2 in last place. Number 1 is me. The best gamer alive. Thank you very much.
Not bad, the boy praises
2
you,
achievements for
offering a gift in commemoration of your first win.
Incredible. We got a new dice, baby. That's what we needed. Sad that they're not using the game power track they had in the previous game. That was a nice song to listen to. Anyway, we're leaving, I guess.
It appears the sea has undergone a change while you were adventuring with the Azure Maiden. The route to the western seas has opened. Now you can look for a way onto the isle where the Maiden lives.
Alright, we're adventuring westward.
A large chest floats in the water before you, no more than an arm's length away. You take hold of the chest and pull it forward. When you do, the lid springs open and a glimmer catches your eye. You take a closer look at the glinting objects. Though corroded by seawater, they're undoubtedly coins. approach the remains of a ship floating in the waves and carefully steer your own vessel so as not to collide with the wreckage. As you do, Laddie pulls something up out of the water. It's completely soaked, but appears to be some kind of voyage log. Most of the ink is smeared by seawater, but one page is still legible. On that same page, you see a map detailing where the shipwreck can be found. Deciding that shipwreck treasure may be worth finding, you slip the voyage log into your bag.
Oh, you have you in the party and the filler party member. Well, we are not traveling with a maiden and her attendant.
Excellent.
Amazing.
You did great. I don't know what it is, but there's just something so relaxing.
No one asked for your opinion, narrator.
You spot something blown into the sky from a whale's spout. It looks like it might fall this way, but it's hard to make out with the sun behind it. You steer the boat out of the falling object's trajectory. It hits the water and sinks below the waves. Oh, excuse me. You can't... Your journey across the sea has taken you to the West Isle.
That's what I'm saying.
On the West Isle, you will hear the tale of a maiden in red. Very well then, prepare to go ashore. The West Isle's parched, russet-colored expanse greets you. The bones of weaker travelers strewn about it, as both welcome and warning. You dock your ship at the pier and set foot ashore. Laddie takes a deep bow in the direction of the Bon-Bon, as if thanking it for safely delivering everyone to land. You consult your navigation map once more to confirm your location, and resolve to head through the gorge toward Hero's Dominion. Don't hold back.
One HP. Get him what? It's your time to shine.
Laddie appears to have found something on the roadside. You look where she is pointing and spot a small drawstring pouch lying on the ground. Inside the pouch is a simple but beautiful necklace. Laddie's eyes light up at the sight of it. You gently place the necklace around Laddie's neck. Though she initially looks confused, when you say, "It looks nice on you," her cheeks flush slightly and she smiles.
All right.
A thief appears. The brigand points at Laddie's simple necklace and yells, "Give that back." He continues, insisting in a rather courteous tone. "That necklace was something I stole from an accessory shop in Heroes Dominion. As the thief would have you believe, he pilfered the bauble from the shop and then dropped it in the midst of his escape. He's been looking for it ever since. He grabs for it and tries to wrench it off Laddie's throat. You've no choice but to fight to defend your ally." Congrats. You look down at the thief, splayed flat on the ground, and say a few words of admonishment. If you take anything away from this, let it be that you should stop plying the pilfering trade. The brigand seems to regret what he's done and cries back, "Please listen. I want to return the stolen necklace to the shop I took it from." Honeyed words alone will not let you trust this wayward larcener. You choose not to hand over the necklace. However, the thief does not give up. Practically bawling at this point, he makes a tear-filled appeal. "I just want to make up for the wrongs I've done."
Evolution of free choice. Maybe we're just not persistent enough. Okay, there you go.
You believe the thief's tears of regret are genuine, so you take the simple necklace from Laddie and hand it over. The thief bows his head deeply and then heads off in the direction of Heroes Dominion. You happen to look down and spot a dingy charm on the ground. It seems the thief dropped it as he left. On the back of the charm is a child's writing. "Daddy, do your best at work." Kind of prone to dropping things, isn't he, you utter, somewhat flabbergasted, as you slip the charm into your pack. Don't hold back. You make your way through the gorge, its walls of russet stone towering above you. It too is littered with the bones of fallen warriors and their sandblasted blades. Unnerved, you steal only brief glances at them as you charge ahead. But you notice Laddie regards them with a certain sadness. No one says a word for quite some time. Isn't that the Dominion? Lack chirps from its resting place in Laddie's hood, breaking the silence. Indeed, the gorge gives way to a large basin, at the center of which presumably lies Hero's Dominion. Laddie wipes the sweat from her brow and shuffles toward a nearby rock to sit down. Stop! That's a monster, you shout. Too late to prevent it from attacking poor Laddie. In one swift blow, a wild-eyed boy strikes the monster down. You all right? He barks, turning to Laddie. Unfortunately, it seems the enemy was not alone. More of them appear behind you, closing in fast. A man's voice emerges from the helmet and suit of armor before you. Those worthy of being Maiden must never let their guard down, Lavia, it chides. I know, Gladio. I know. The boy grimaces. What luck. It appears you've bumped into the Crimson Maiden completely by chance, which would make this Gladio fellow, in all the armor, the Crimson Attendant. This is all terribly convenient.
Sure is.
You thank the duo for saving Laddie, and explain that you will have need of the Maiden's relic, if they'd be so kind as to lend it to you. The Crimson Maiden appears startled by your sudden request. Apologies, but we're in a hurry, he says curtly. Apparently, a foul beast the Dominion uses for blood sport has escaped, and it has fallen to the Crimson Maiden to recapture it. Unwilling to let these two out of your sight after such a fortuitous meeting, you agree to help them track the beast down.
Black is no longer eligible for battle. Once again.
To hear this man tell it, the last Maiden was a proper hero of war. Compared to her, well, he trails off as a heavy sigh of disapproval forces its way out of him. The woman's eyes dart between you as she scribbles something in her notebook. She who controls the information controls the fight, she says, before asking how powerful you are. I'm gonna apprentice with the attendant, the man boasts. He drops to the ground and manages a mere 5 push-ups before collapsing in exhaustion. You stepped on my foot, the man says, squaring up to you mere inches from your face. You have no memory of stepping on anything even vaguely foot-like. You apologize profusely, hoping to avoid any trouble. We were supposed to duke it out, he says, clearly disappointed. The man stands stock still, silently praying over those whose lives were lost in the arena this day. Apparently, battles with captured monsters in the arena are quite the spectacle. There is one ferocious beast, she explains, that has vanquished every warrior to have challenged it. Watch yourself. Folks around here will use any excuse to start a fight, the woman warns you. You can't help but notice the glint of a knife in her belt. The Maiden Shrine yet stands, though you think it looks rather forlorn. Clearly, it has been neglected in favor of the arena. This must be a stela of the Isle's guardian spirit. Show 'em what you got. Excellent. Fortune fa- Congrats. You find a beast lurking in the shadows of the valley, but it does not appear to be the one that the Crimson Maiden is searching for. It glares at you. Seems you're not getting out of this without a fight. Your stance keeps slipping. Gladio hisses at Lavia as soon as the final blow's been struck. Sorry, Lavia shoots back and resumes scanning the area for monsters. You find a beast huddled in a small burrow. Nevertheless, it is not happy to have an intruder in its home and attacks. The party readies for battle. Magnificent. Magnificent. Ouch.
Janine.
The innkeeper challenges you to an arm wrestling match in lieu of any greeting. You handily defeat her. She then informs you that strong warriors such as yourself get to rent rooms free of charge. You and your party can stay however often you'd like. As you walk away, you're fairly certain you hear her bitterly complaining that she's yet to win a single match and that her business is doomed. You find a beast and immediately raise your sword to it. Upon further inspection, it looks like a falling rock or something has crushed the poor creature's life right out of it. It's dead, Lavia says flatly. Lack and Laddie suddenly exhale, hands pressed to their chests in relief. Gladio, sensing an imminent threat, tells everyone to be on their guard. The clanking of heavy chains precedes the appearance of a massive beast. Blood drips from the iron hammers clutched in its fists. The party grips their own weapons ever tighter, fighting their own looming sense of fear. Show 'em what you got. Two fight as one. The Maiden launches one last attack as his attendant strikes the beast with the pommel of his sword. At last, the feral fiend falls silent. Lack and Laddie break out into a round of applause, which Lavia greets with a smile and a playful swipe of his nose. "We're not done," Gladio reminds the party. He binds the beast in chains, hoists it up with one hand, and carries it back toward the Dominion. You never did get to ask about the Maiden's relic in the end. You follow them back to Hero's Dominion in hopes of rectifying that oversight. You come across an open-air stall. A sign reads, "Goods bought here." As you peer into the stall, its proprietress calls out to you. "But this determines the price," she continues, revealing the die in her hand. It seems she's finished buying for the day. The proprietress begins closing up shop, and you go on your way. Hero's Dominion. A place so renowned, stories of it reached you across the vast sea. The cries of powerful warriors pierce the air, though it's impossible to tell if they're cries of joy or pain. Lavia informs you that the Dominion attracts all manner of warriors who long to prove their strength in battle. There are even more than usual, he says. Thanks to the tournament that's due to begin soon, the party makes their way to the arena, eager to return the captured monster to its cage. "We need the money. The kids have to eat," the woman says to herself. seeming ready to put her life on the line to win. The man eagerly awaits his turn in the ring. "My quarrel is not with humans," he says gravely. "You take that?" "No, no, I forgot my salve." A sudden calm washes over him. Oh, wait. There was a merchant back in the vestibule. But Gladio drops the monster in front of the reception desk with a wet, meaty thud. "I felled it," Livia says without hesitation. "I expected nothing less," the man behind the desk says with a hearty laugh. It quickly becomes clear, however, that this compliment was intended for Gladio. Livia chafes, but at least the beast has been returned. The party makes its way back out of the arena. "What's a runt like you come to the arena for?" The warriors sneer in Livia's direction, his blood clearly boiling. Livia spins around on a heel and raises his fist. "Say that one more time," he shouts, fists raised and eyes locked. You can see they'll come to blows any second now. You reckon Livia's no match for his opponent and decide to intervene on his behalf. "Don't get yourself hurt," Laddie's eyes seem to say. "Wouldn't dream of it," you think to yourself as you dodge a fist. You punch like you've never punched before. Punch after punch connects with the warrior's arms as he effortlessly deflects each one and hits you with a punch of his own. "Enough," Gladio barks by way of intervention. Despite picking the fight in the first place, the warriors show no interest in going up against the attendant. They slink off, complaining bitterly as they do so. By all accounts, Livia endures rather crude treatment, despite being a maiden. You snap out of your thoughts when Gladio turns and thanks you for aiding in the monster's capture. He tells Livia to show you to the inn, as if to suggest everyone could use a rest after that fight, and takes his leave. You speak of the current state of Omega Isle and how the Maiden's relics are key to saving the island. Livia hears your tale in full, only to politely decline your entreaty. He pauses for a moment, lost in thought. "I'm not the Maiden," he confesses rather abruptly. He explains that while it's true he was born into a long line of maidens, he has not been recognized as the Maiden on account of being a man. That his mother, the previous Maiden, fell in battle, and he has simply been named as Maiden to fill the role in the interim. Lack helpfully explains that since Livia is not an official Maiden, his relic is no more than an ordinary weapon, and therefore of no help to Laddie. Livia, his confession complete, bids you farewell and walks off. Clearly, the Maiden's circumstances are as varied as the islands on which they live.
Battle again, let's go.
Lack floats in the air, its mouth gently opening and closing. You presume it to be asleep. You lift your hands close to its ear and clap once with vigor. "Explosions! Help! We're all gonna die! It shrieks, shooting even further into the air. Laddie sits in the chair, head bobbing in a desperate, if futile, struggle against sleep. She's no doubt exhausted from all the fighting. Everyone is plainly spent from a day of fighting. The time has come for rest. Enter the Maiden's match with me, Livia blurts out nonsensically, barreling into your room. It's a special tournament, and it starts soon, Livia explains breathlessly. As it happens, they'll select the next maiden from the winners. A fitting festival for the might-obsessed hero's dominion, you think. But will they actually recognize Livia as the next maiden if he wins? Livia says he simply wants to win the tournament and gaze smugly at all the people who've called him weak over the years. You think back on how the citizens of the Dominion treat Livia, how hard he works at a dangerous occupation, yet receives no respect for it. You can hear the pain of it in his voice every time he speaks. All right, it's a deal, you say. Besides, fighting people from all sorts of different places sounds like fun. When does it, you begin? But Livia cuts you off with an excited, tomorrow. The sun is dazzling on this, the morning of the tournament. The clanking of blades echoes all around you. Let's get to reception quick, Livia chirps as he joins you en route to the arena.
Black no longer eligible for battle. He never had a chance. But I believe that is where we will stop. And I will not continue streaming this game. I probably play it on my own time. But it just kind of seems like they did a lot of things the last game did, but worse. So it goes. But we'll play something new on Monday. So, thank you for watching. Have a good night, and I'll see you later.